Hey, hey. All right. Mic check, microphone check. All right. Okay, we're back. Hey, who's awake? You guys awake? I'm awake. It's like 8:30 my time. And anyway, I made all these frames today for wifey, and we're gonna work on some bikes now because I made the frames and I'm tired of woodworking. And yeah, let's do some cabling on this beautiful bike. This is a 64 Schwinn, and welcome to Faulkner Fixes All. And it's a live feed, and we'll see who is awake and who is sleeping. All right. Let's take this terrible black cable out of here. We don't do that generic black cable stuff. We've got to have gray cables. So let's just keep going here. We're just going to keep going, and we don't care if anybody chimes in or not because this will be on the channel, and whether you like it or not, you'll have to deal with it. All right, so we got this black cable. It's a little too much. Maybe we should have it. I don't know. Is that going to be? Man, there are some mosquitoes out here tonight. Is that going to be okay? Like, if that's there and this is here, is that too much of a loop here? Should we cut this down a little? I don't know. Let's see. I think this is just about right, maybe with an inch less. So let's take this off. Whoop. And we'll take this as a measurement and we'll measure the gray cable and we'll make it an inch less. Because we can. All right. You guys here? Yeah, you're still here. Okay, so we're going to make this an inch less. We're not going to measure it with a tape measure, obviously. That's for wimps. All right, so we're just going to make it an inch less. So this is basically roughly an inch less. And yeah, I was out here all day making frames for the art world. And you guys here? Okay. That looks really nice, actually. If we put this in here, and that is, would you stop? Would you get in there? Okay. We're going to try something new here. Okay, so that looks pretty good, somewhere around there. And we could shorten it a little bit. Let's take another little snippet off of there. I didn't quite like the way that was happening there. I'm going to take another ½ inch off. Whee! All right, so we'll take our little map dividers from the Captain Cook edition, and we'll make sure that that is happy. We don't want that to be unhappy. Okay, and we'll make sure this end is happy. And we'll make sure that end is nice and happy. We don't want that to be unhappy. You don't want any I don't know, you can't really see that, but you can't really see that. Anyway, you don't want these sharp edges of the cable housing to pinch into the actual inner cable. So you want to jam something in there. Now, most people say use an ice pick. I don't have an ice pick, okay? If I did, there'd be trouble. So I have these handy dandy compass dividers. This is probably an antique by now. I mean, this looks like it's 70 years old. Well, an antique is 100 years old, by the way. It's vintage. And you jam it in there and you make sure that the cable area is good, the inner wrap. Okay, so let's see here. We need some grease, and we're not set up for that. We're getting it. Hey, if you're just tuning in, this is an impromptu. It's an impromptu Wednesday night live, and just thought I'd kind of annoy you people with more useless nonsense. Actually, I worked all day on art frames for my wife, lots of float frames. And my whole thing was when I'm done with these frames, I'm going to go work on some bikes because I am tired of doing woodworking. Okay, we got lots of grease on there, and we're gonna get a towel for my hands. And we're gonna put this little ferrule piece on there. I don't know if you can see that. You know, it'd be nice if this actually was doing light stuff, which is not. Help me to understand what's going on here. Okay, we're gonna put this cheesy little aluminum piece on here. And then we're gonna run this through the greased cable we just put on there. Now, this bike, I probably will just keep this. It's a little bit shy on the frame height for me, but it's not bad. You know, this is the kind of bike you ride and the tops of your legs are hurting. You know, your thighs. Your thighs are hurting. And you get off the bike and you're like, why are my thighs hurting? It's one of those bikes. It's like a couple inches. It's an inch shy on the frame. Like you really should have. Okay, this is the 22. This is the 22-inch frame. I need a 24-inch frame or a 23. And you know, it's just one of those bikes. After a long ride, you're like, oh wow, my legs, my top of my thighs are burning. And you realize you're like, oh yeah, I'm an inch shy on the frame. It just adds up. You realize it, you know, you feel it. You feel it, bro. Okay, so this is still good. We're gonna pop it in here. And if my measurement's correct, this will be a nice Schwinn style gray cable. And we'll put that adjuster back in. And before we get too happy, we'll thread this in the bolt. Yeah, like I said, we will thread it in. We'll put it in the little hole. There's a tiny little hole there. Go easy. If you're forcing it, then you're making a mistake. Like I am. Okay, we made that. See how that went in? Okay, now let's get the 8mm for this and let's get the right tool for it. Oh, we got people here. Wow, people actually woke up. Hello from Ocala, Florida. Hey, dude, how you doing, man? Yeah. My brother-in-law lives on Sanibel Island, and my wife sends lots of artwork down to his gallery. And once in a while, I'll send a bike down to him, but he's such a shyster about the money that I usually just sell the bike here. You have an interesting and informative show going on. Doing good, thank you. Yeah, you know what? I just came out here. I was like, man, I just got to work on some bikes. I'm so tired of working on artwork stuff. It's not just artwork for wifey. It's me too. I make tables. I make, like you saw the table there at the last live feed. Uh, I do a lot of artwork, and artwork is slow right now. So after a long, grueling day of not getting paid on the regular stuff, we're like, hey, let's go work on some bikes because that's a real way not to get paid. Okay, let's pop this on, baby. We got it going on. We got it going on. We're feeling good tonight. We after a long day, we got a reprieve to do some bike work. Let's get an 8mm here. Okay, this is an 8 millimeter. And will it fit? No. Oh, that's a 9 millimeter. Sorry, that's a 9. Okay. Yeah, we're doing good tonight. 5/16. Oh, we got a 5/16. Hey, that's a couple of millimeters off. We're good. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, let's pull this in. We did forget one thing. We forgot the ferrule. And I don't have any ferrules right now. You're supposed to use a ferrule right here. A little chrome piece. I still have and ride my 83 Schwinn Traveler. Man, those are that particular year. The post 80 Schwinn Travelers, I'm pretty sure that's a higher quality frame, like something made. There's a different factory. It wasn't Giant that made those. Maybe it's 86 Traveler. I'm not quite sure, but that might be a really high quality lugged frame. Why do I look like I'm in a horror movie? Okay, let's put that over there. Okay, let me get a ferrule for this. I think I got one in here. It'd be nice if I had one. Oh, I got one. Okay. Wow, it's like the last one too. Yeah, little ferrule. I don't pinch them on with the tool. I don't do that. I just, for some reason, I'd rather just put it on here and not pinch it. I have the tool to do it, and this is my reason. I'll show you. No, I can't find the tool. Anyway, I have the tool that crunches the ferrule on here, but I'd rather not. If I ever change this over to anything else, that ferrule's going to stay in there. No one's going to move that. If it's in the if it's in the pinch bolt, no one's ever. This is not coming undone. There's no reason to crunch this ferrule. There's no reason to do that. Leave it loose. Then you have the option to reuse it. Or maybe you want to use this cable on another bike that's shorter or longer, or you want to add a longer cable because you've used upright bars. Don't crunch the ferrule. Leave the ferrule alone. Put it in there. It's not going anywhere. Where's it going? Where is that possibly going once you do the pinch bolt? Okay, you're just ruining a part. I'm sure people would. No, it has to be securely fastened. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Okay, well, let's put it in there. All right, so we're ready to pull that. This is in here. We've checked it here. The park tool number BT-1 brake tool is on there. We're going to pull that with the pro pliers. And we're going to use a 5/16 wrench, which is incorrect. It's supposed to be 8 millimeter. We're going to pull this, right? Now make sure this is in here. Make sure everything's hunky-dory and it's going down, and this is the bend and the style you want to happen with your bike. How is that going to look when you look at it? It looks good. Is it in here? Is it in the ferrule? Is it in the collar, the little adjusting piece? Is it through here correctly? Is the brake tool on there? Do you want to leave a little bit of room just in case you make it too tight? Yeah, probably. Now, crunch it down, pull it down, and send this home. And 5/16 is a little tight. It's supposed to be 8 millimeter, but it's not. Okay, now this is too long. We're going to cut that in a minute. Let's take the brake tool off. Give it a couple reps, you know. Give it a couple. Oh, yeah, that was good. Make sure you take the bungee off before you spin the wheel. We'll do that in a minute. Let's read some comments. Whew, man, it's hot out here. It's definitely early spring and things are happening out in the shop. Let's see. Am I in? Yes, Steve Malone, you are in. And Christopher, indeed, it really is a great bike to ride. Yeah, man, that the late 80s, early 80s Traveler. There was some frame company that made those. I don't think it was Giant. I think it was another company. I'd have to do some research, especially the 85, 86, 84 models. Man, the Travelers, I'd have to see exactly. You said 83. It might be that realm of really nice lugged Traveler frames. If it's got lugs up by where the seat is and up in here, then it's one of those really nice ones. For some reason, like they just went with the Traveler logo, like whatever company picked that back up. I don't think it was Giant. I think by that time, Giant was like, oh, we'll sell the Schwinn stuff to someone else. Pacific, maybe? Nah. I can't remember who made those particular 3 years of Traveler frames, but they were nice. Okay, we got this going on. In fact, I have an 82. 81 or 82 Schwinn World Traveler, which is really nice. And you've seen that on the channel. Oh, yeah. There's no problem there. There's no problem there. Except that front hub needs to be repacked. Yeah. Okay, we're good here. Let's move to the back. All right. We will move to the back because we found cables. We did find cables. Okay. I need some water. Hang on. Yeah, I'm only one guy out here. You know, I'm one guy. Yeah, I have a World Traveler. It's about an 81 or 82 opaque green, made in Japan. It's a nice bike. I took it on a trail. You can look at that video too. It's not up here in this collection. It's down in the basement. Why I keep it down there, I don't know. It's a really nice, nimble bike. I was for having the Schwinn approved labels over everything. It's actually a nice bike. Okay, so let's turn this around. And oh, am I gonna like trim that off or something? Yeah, we're gonna trim this off. Yeah. Park tool number Habba Dabba 501. Okay. We'll put a little cable protector on here later. There's a whole video about that. Let's move this around. Okay, you guys good? Okay, we're coming in. Okay, I guess you guys can see what's going on here. Back brakes over there. We got to hit those. We got to get in there. Hopefully yeah, I got some cables here. I did find a rear cable. Oh shoot, we're gonna have to cable the front one. All right, let's move you guys back. Sorry, false alarm. We have to find the little barrel adjuster thingies, the little barrels that go here and there. I have them somewhere, but let's cable this up. with the gray housing. Yeah, you guys are here. Okay. We'll cable this up with the gray housing and just get it ready, and then I'll find those barrels. They're over there somewhere in the parts bin. Um, let's yeah. This is kind of a good cable. It's a shop used cable. I don't think this has ever really seen any trailing or anything. I think we're good. Let's pop it in. Okay, we got that one. Now let's need some more water. Yeah, we'll read some comments. Wow, look, there's people here. uh let's see, where was I? Michael Rowe, Panasonic. No, this is a Schwinn. Uh no, I've had some Panasonics. They're good bikes. Oh, the yeah. You're right. Panasonic made the 84, 85, 86 Traveler. Maybe even the one I have. You're right, Michael, and you are a paid subscriber. Thank you. I give you your props. Uh Yeah, you're right. Panasonic did pop up on those couple years. It might be the Panasonic frame that I'm thinking of. It was a really high quality traveler frame, and they're hard to find nowadays in good shape. But man, those are nice frames with the lugs and little chain adjusters in the back. And I mean, they were all set up if you wanted to switch them over to fixed gear, like you could be a racer big time. Okay. Thanks for the info. I'll look into it as well. Mine is red with a tan head tube. Oh man, that's 84 or 5. Yeah, that was those weird color years. Yeah. Hmm. All right, let's get this cable on this junky 64 varsity. We're talking about big time travelers and stuff. And we don't, you know, we're talking about travelers. And we don't even have like we're talking about kings and dukes, and we don't even have a court jester. All right, let's get this going on. All right, so we're just kind of guesstimating here. If it went from there around this little holder, would it look even with the other one? It would look even with the other one if we snipped it right there. Actually, it would look even. Okay, so I'm estimating that it would even with the front cable if I snipped it right here. We're just going to take a chance and snip it right there. There you go. Oh, lovely. Okay, now we have to go find the little barrel pieces from here to there. It's very important to have those. You can do it without those, and I will explain in a later video about that. But it's really nice to actually have those. And this looks really good. I did very well on this. Okay. So let's where's my there. Let's go back to pirate school and use our map compass divider and poke this out. Because when your family is all pirates, then you have to work on bikes like a pirate. Ooh, this is really sharp. I don't think you can see that, but I have to trim that better. Better. Okay. That was sharp. You couldn't see it on camera, but that was in fact, the piece is still on there. Okay, make sure you don't have like sharp things happen in there. You need to use your map divider, use your vintage map divider and poke into there and really make it like okay. Now we have to go find those barrel things, and let's go find them. Bear with me. Then we'll read some comments. Yep, they're in here. I know they are. I remember I put them in here. There's one. And there is, I see one. Oh, there's another one. Yep, there's two. Okay, we got them. Now, in a pinch, you can use these. In a pinch, you can use those. They do kind of fit in with a little filing. Now, they don't actually fit in until you file them. You can file these down on this edge. You file that down a little bit. And if you have a mini lathe, that's really nice, but most people don't. Anyway, they can go in there and you can make those two work if you don't have these. Now, these are very nice to have because they're the correct thing. They go in here and they hold everything right. Okay, so we are going to make this right. Yeah. We'll take some more water and we'll check some more comments and see what's happening. Okay. Faulkner fixes all people. I'm trying to read here. Oh, there's her bag. Her bag. Grok says mid-'80s travelers after Giant and Panasonic were made in Greenville, Mississippi. Yeah, something was going on with those nice frames. I remember really looking at a few once I was really into the travelers, and I noticed that the quality in the mid-'80s of travelers was really nice. Like, it was a really nice frame. Anyway, thank you, Hairbag. My traveler is in very good condition. Good. I want you to send me that traveler to add to my collection. Let's see. Okay, we're good. Let's keep going on this front cable, back cable, rear cable. Gonna have some hydration here. Okay, we got the piece already cut. We're really nice. We have that. We're going to put the cheap aluminum piece of junk on here because that's what we have. And we're going to grease this inner part, and then we're going to shove it on and use the little other holder piece, which is really nice to have. Okay, so we're going to grease this up. Yeah, we don't need a lot. We just need some that will go to the end of the cable. Okay, and we're doing it. We're really doing it, Harry. Okay, we're going to put that in and slide that up. This is a shop used cable, but I'm confident that it's going to be good. I don't think I ever really used this on anything. I can tell that it's in really good shape. There's no kinks or frays or doodads. I didn't want to go to Walmart and buy another whole cable pack. I buy the other cables in bulk, the barrel cables for upright bars. I buy those in bulk, but I don't buy the 10-speed cables in bulk. It's just not what I do. I don't work on a lot of 10 speeds. Okay, so here's that. That's the little Schwinn piece. It's good. We're going to pop it on here. Oh, yeah. And we're going to shove it in the little holder. Get that generator clip out of the way. And we're going to test it. It feels good. The grease is doing grease things. This is the right, if you look at the front of the bike, like I am right now, these are both fairly even. That's really nice. That's a nice thing. All right, so now we're going to let that hide. We're going to let that chill for a minute. We're going to go to the back. And we're going to compress this with the tool and measure from there to here And you know what? This is kind of dry. And oops, don't drop that. We're going to put a little grease on this. That's kind of dry. I didn't like that. You want to be able to move this very, very easily. Even when you're out riding, like cables stretch. I don't care what anybody says, cables stretch. And you might be out doing stuff and you go to move that with your hand and it ain't moving. Like it's just stuck. Like, no, that should be nice and greasy. All right, so we got our little Park tool. Park tool BT1, brake tool 1. Did you know Park? I contacted Park and they did not want to sponsor me. They're going to be sorry. They said that sponsorships were reserved for team members and big time bicycle shops. They did not want to send me a new stand or any tools. Just thought I'd let you know. So if you're starting out in the bicycle repair world and you want Park to sponsor you, you have to be a team rider or a big time bicycle shop, not just some little rinky dink Schwinn channel. Okay, so we can't go this way because of the generators in the way. So we'll pop it up this way where the generator is still in the way. Man, that generator is really in the way. Dude, let's try this way. Oh man, we'll have to go from the top. Wow. Dude. Okay. We had to go from the top because of the stupid generator. Man, who puts generators on bikes nowadays? Okay. Let's figure this out. It's kind of close too. Okay, that's better. Okay, we'll read some more comments and then we'll get back to work. Christopher Stapleton, if I could figure out a way how to send a pic of it, I will. Oh, send it to 2014. Send it to 2014. Sorry. Send it to Weaverville2014 at Gmail. And I'll post it on the next video as the I'll do a traveler thing. You know, I love travelers. God, I love travelers. I don't know why. Anyway, we got this barrel. All right, here's the other barrel. Here's the other barrel. Okay, sonny boy. All right, well, we're not going to put that in yet. It'll fall out. We have to measure. Well, maybe that'll just stay there. Oops, wrong way. You know what? That's not going to stay there. We made a boo-boo. All right, let's get another piece of gray. Where's the gray at? Oh, there it is. Okay. We'll get another piece of gray. And we're going to measure from where we think that little barrel piece would be, which would be basically there, to a little bit of a umph. You know, you got to have a little something there. And we'll cut it right here. And then we'll get our little handy dandy compass dividers. I don't have any more ferrules, so this is going to have to be ferruleless, I think. I had that one. And since the front brake, since 70% of your power is on the front brake, braking, stopping distance, I think that the ferrule should have been on the front. This is really sharp, and I don't know why. Hmm, that's not nice. We're gonna have to revisit that, but not by much because I've already measured this. Oh, that's a clean cut, baby. Okay. Oh yeah, I like that much better. And that one's so. Yeah, that one's okay. Okay, so we don't have any ferrules because I used them on the front. But as you can see, that looks pretty good. So let's put that barrel on there. Maybe I do have a ferrule. Nope, I don't have any of those ferrules. I'm sorry. I have failed. Okay, so that will go in here. And that's looking good. I kind of like that bend. Maybe it's a little bit much. What do you guys think? It's not bad. I think I could live with that. All right, so let's grease up this part of the cable, shove it through, and tighten it up with our 8 millimeter slash 5/16. You know what I love about live feeds? There's no editing. I'm just out here doing stuff, and you guys have to deal with it. Nobody's like, oh man, I got to make this right. I got to, oh, something happened. I had to dig through my tools for 15 minutes. No, you guys just have to deal. If it's not right, then it's not right. It didn't happen. Okay, so we should probably run that through there. Run this through here. And here's a little trick. Put some grease on the back of this where it's not even going to be, and just run it back and forth like there's no tomorrow. Don't worry about all that grease right there. You'll clean it off. Yeah, you're getting grease on there. You're getting grease in there. Just get happy. Make it happen. Then go get a towel. All right, we'll run this barrel thing up here. I do not know the actual word for that. The fulcrum, the cable housing stop. I don't know. All I know is the Schwinns need two of those. They have to have it, or you can fudge it. All right, we already put grease on that. We know that's good. And this is being naughty now. Yeah, that's being naughty. I think I'm going to trim that off. I don't like that. Yeah, I didn't like the way that felt. I did not like the way that was being naughty. So you know what we do to naughty things? Goodbye. We like clean, fresh cuts. Oh yeah. Nice and easy. If you're fighting with stuff, you're messing up. Nice and easy. Breezy. All right, so we have the Park Tool brake tool one on here. And now we're going to pull this down. And then we're going to tighten. Before we do that, let's just run through all the pivot points here, because you have to make sure these are right. Okay, so this is good. We know that cable housing is in there. And this is in here. We've got that in that barrel. It's not off to the side. That's not off to the side. This is in the barrel, the little barrel thingy there. This is in the barrel adjuster. It's in there. It's not off to the side. Okay, now we can pull this. And this is all the way up. It's pushed out. That's good. Now we can pull this. So let's give it a pull. We've got our park brake tool on here. We're going to pull it. Okay. And we're going to send this home. Now, Should I make sure there's some adjustment here either way? Probably. Let's bring that up a little bit just in case it's too much because this back wheel is kind of messed up. Now, actually, I shouldn't even adjust this until I get a better back wheel on it. But, we'll make it right. We'll make it right. We're not going to use this back wheel, and maybe I won't have to adjust it because I'll use the Schwinn back wheel. So, uh, we will make it right. It's okay. I'm always saying you only want to crunch the cable once, and that is true. You only want to crunch the cable once. But in this particular scenario, we're talking a 1964 varsity 10-speed that needs a back wheel. Uh, maybe we can let that go. Okay, let's pop that off. And let's trim that. Okay. Yeah, I thought I just had them. Where's the snippers? Oh, there. Okay. Let's trim this. It's way too long. Now, I do have one aluminum cable protector, and we will use it. And we will use it. We'll use it on the back. The front, I'll find another one. Don't worry. Okay, and this is a used one. And it may not work. It's pretty messed up. Let's see if it goes on there. It is not going on. Sometimes you can take these off and reuse them, and sometimes you can't. And this particular time, you're just being a cheap bum. Okay, so we'll get some other ones. Okay, we should have back brakes. Oh yeah, we got back brakes. Oh yeah, that needs to be centered, but yeah, we got back brakes. Oh yeah, we got back brakes. Cool. We got front brakes, we got back brakes. So we don't need these anymore. Although I did find some gear cables. We don't need those, but we do need to break into this Walmart cable and maybe change the top derailleur cable or the rear derailleur cable. I think that's going to be another time because I don't want to get into this whole adjustment thing. Okay, I previewed the video, and there's two other videos on this bike. There's a testing video and there's a walk around when I first got it. Why do I look like I'm in a horror movie? Okay, let's go over here. So there's a first video when I'm walking around and just seeing all the decent things about this bike. And then there's a second video when I throw a front brake cable on it and ride it around, test the frame and fork, because sometimes you got to test a bike that's not all together to make sure the frame and fork are okay. Like when you're riding it, is it diving to the right? Is it really, when you let go of the bars, are you going into the bushes? Like, is the frame okay? Is it tracking in the back with the back wheel like it's a bent truck frame? you've seen those trucks on the highway. There's a truck towing a trailer, and the trailer is doing one of these big rig trailer, semi, and the trailer's doing one of these like, "I'm leaving the chat, and here's the cab." So, is it doing one of those numbers? You gotta make sure before you invest any more dough, like time and money into cabling and bearings and unseizing the seat post and whatever you're doing, whatever the issues are on an antique bike or vintage bicycle. Antique is 100 years old. So so I rode the bike with only a front brake cable and minimal gears, and I deemed that the frame and fork were okay. So I have not packed these cranks. I have not packed these forks. I have not cleaned any bearings and any wheels whatsoever. The chain is rusty. Where do we go from here? Well, you know me, and you know where I'm going to go from here. I'm going to break it all down, and I'm going to clean, repack, and replace, if necessary, the crank bearings. And I'm gonna look into here, and I'm gonna look into those bearings. And the back wheel is going to be replaced with that other wheel I was talking about. And the front wheel needs to repack too. You know what? I'm going to go through this thing. I don't just go out on the trail on some bike that has old grease in it. What I do with these bikes is not conducive to what Schwinn thought was going to happen. So stuff has to be nice. All right. So we'll get to this at a later date. We got a back brake. We do have brakes. We have brakes. This is not bad. And to tell you the truth, we've got a generator system too. And I'll show you right now. Shut that light off. And we'll put the generator on and we'll give it the bejesus. Okay, you guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the big moment? Oh, yeah, we got it going on. You know it. Now, would anybody in their right mind use this generator system for lighting while they're riding their bike around? Probably not. This is vintage. This is all vintage stuff. This is just because we can. Like anybody in their right mind would use an LED light or use an LED backlight. This is just because we can. Okay, let's read some comments. And we did pretty good tonight. And we had 15 people watching with an impromptu dealio. Okay, let's read some comments. People like bikes. They like Schwinns especially. Okay, let's see. Where were we? What's up? Oh, Custom Coop. Custom Coop. What's up, Faulkner? You're on a roll with videos lately. I dig it. Man, I dig it too. I had just a quick second to run out here. I made, like I was telling people earlier, I made a bunch of float frames for wifey's artwork, and I did some welding for my artwork, and we delivered some work today. And I was like, honey, I gotta take care of the peeps. No, actually, I was taking care of me. I love working on bikes. My people are calling. No, actually, I needed a break. I needed to work on some bikes, and I love this 64. It's nice. We'll get it dialed in. We'll get a back wheel on here that's decent, and we'll take it for a ride. And this one's probably not for sale, unfortunately. Okay, let's keep going here. No, I'm not selling this one. I might sell the copper tone. There's a smaller copper tone that's really nice, but I'm not going to sell this one. I've decided just to keep it. Oh, there's hairbag. It'd be more valuable with an Alpina license. I know, man. It's on there. It's on that other bike. Because anybody that was, anybody from Alpina, they're quality folks. All right, let's keep going here. My Traveler is a red 79. Oh, wow. There's a lot of late 70s let's see, 79. That must have been the Giant or the oh, I can't remember. There's a couple companies took over, but any traveler is a nice traveler. They are good bikes, whether they're the good lugged frames from 83 and above or they're the Schwinn frames. Any traveler is a nice traveler. Randy. Hey, Randy. Looks sweet. Thanks for popping on. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing out here. And Christopher, I had a vintage light back in the day. I don't know what I'm doing with these vintage lights. The past 3 videos, I put vintage lights on Schwinns. Hey, I don't know what it is. We'll figure it out. Okay, so what have we done? With all these people on, I gotta keep going. There's 13 people watching. All right, so maybe we should do the back cable. I don't know. I mean, that's not gonna mess anything up, right? Yeah, maybe we should. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. You stay down. You be nice. Let's go here. Will that work? Oh yeah, okay. That'll kind of work. Stay. I like the square light. Yeah, I've got a bunch of those, man. I've got 5 or 6 more of those. No problem. Okay, Lucas Gomez, saludos desde Uruguay. Wow, man, all the way from Uruguay? Woohoo! Bet you there's a few Schwinns down there. Custom Coop Faulkner is running primetime video hours. Hey, like I said, I worked all day on wood stuff and welding, and I had to put a starter in my truck again because they can't sell you a decent starter that actually works. And I'm out here now giving ABC, CBS, and NBC a run for their money. Well, there's 16 people watching, dude. So I think I got a few more zeros to put on there. All right, let's change this. Let's change this out. We got it going on. You know we do. Okay, you can buy these cable kits from Walmart. I hate to give a promo, but when it comes to Schwinn cables, you need this end. You need this end, that little tiny round end. You don't need the Shimano end for Schwinn. You need this end. And unless you're going to go to a bike shop or buy them online for really big money, just go to Walmart. I hate to say it, but it's like $11 and you get enough. You get enough to do 2 barrel brakes or 2 10-speed brakes, and you get 2 cables to do the brakes, and they're universal cables. And I'll show you what's happening with that right now. I hate to promo them, but sometimes you got to go cheap. So in the kit, you get several cables, and this is one of them. This is a long gear cable. The first thing you do, this is the end you need for Schwinn. It's round. It's like a little round barrel. It's very small. And let's make sure before we cut the Shimano end off. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Okay, let's just put that to the side a minute. And first thing we're going to do is snip this old cable out because whatever, dude. Goodbye. And to get that out, I believe that's a 9mm. I'm almost sure that's a 9mm back here. Make sure this is in the upright position. Make sure it's down in 5th gear, which it is. And make sure the generator is off. Okay, so that's 9mm. We know it is. We know that's 9mm. It's not coming out. Okay, we gotta pop that with a screwdriver. I'll show you how. I'll show you what's up. There's this extra little piece in here that holds the cable. Man, I cannot get you guys close enough without the feed popping up. But get a thin screwdriver and pop it in here. And don't hit your finger. And there's this little holder thingy in there. I'll show it to you in a minute, maybe. And once you get that spread out, you have to kind of spread it a little bit. I can't really show you. It's a tiny little piece that kind of crunches the cable in, and then you can get the cable out. And I might even reuse this. Someone's trimmed that very nicely and it's gray. So we'll put that right there. Okay. All right. And we might reuse this as well. What happens is this piece is like a 7mm ribbed cable. Oh, let's put you guys back on here. I know Faulkner fixes all needs his assistant. Okay, this piece is like a ribbed cable that came with the bike. It's a very small diameter here, and the other gray cables don't fit in these holders. Only the original stuff does. So if this is in good shape, you can reuse it, and I think we're going to reuse this. A good test is to blow through it, and if rust comes out, then don't use it. But this is good. It's feeling good. And this cable is actually, well, it's kinked here. Yeah, it's kinked bad. Yeah. I think we could probably replace that. It's kinked really bad right there. I don't know why. Wow, that's some damage there. Yeah, we're gonna replace it. That's not happening. All right, so to get these off, it's kind of crazy, but this whole thing has to come off. This whole thing has to come off to change the cable. I don't know why. I wasn't a Schwinn engineer at the time. But you know what? Let's get this off of here and see if I'm going to cut the right end. I'm pretty sure that the Schwinn end is that barrel end. Okay, good. So that all comes off. And this little aluminum piece comes off with it. Oh dear. Okay, be nice. This little aluminum piece comes off with it. We'll just put this right here on the computer. It's right there. See? It's right here. Okay. All right. So let's see if I know what I'm doing. Yeah, it's the Schwinn end. Yeah, that's the way it goes. We'll put grease on everything. Yep, there's the Schwinn end. That's the end you need. Okay. Now, I was going to kind of reuse this, but it's kinked really bad right there. Like somebody did something to it. And we might save this for the top derailleur just because it's a decent cable. And, going to Walmart and paying $12 for another set of cables just to get this one top cable for the top derailleur. We'll save this because it'll be less, the kink won't really be there. Okay, so let's cut this. So we now know that we need this new end right here. So we're going to cut the other end. Don't blow it. Don't cut the Schwinn end. Cut the Shimano end. This is not a Japanese bike. Cut this end, okay? And it's fun when it goes across the shop. Whee! Actually, that hit the bike. Okay. This is way long for what we're doing, but it's what we have that's new. And this is some crappy index shifting cable that's totally crap. Just throw that away. You'll never need that. All right, so let's put a little grease on this. Let's put a little grease on this shifter because we can. Now's the time. And we will put this in where it goes. There we go. Nice and easy. There's only one problem. We never do nothing nice and easy. All right, so that goes on there. Now, this is really dry, if you've noticed. So we're going to put some grease on that too. I mean, now's the time. This has never seen grease since 1964, if that, you know. I mean, maybe the Schwinn factory put a dab of white lithium on there, just like a dab. But we're going to make sure there's stuff on there, bro. All right, so let's get our little goodies. We know this goes on. You know, that goes down there. And yeah, I'll put this in here. And hopefully that won't fall off because there's lots of thick grease holding that on. You guys with me still? Oh, there's lots of comments. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad somebody's watching. All right, this little bullet piece that goes on there. And then this piece goes on and holds the bullet. You see? You guys there? Now, if I was smart, I'd put a little grease on these threads, which I probably will. Because, man, if you strip one of these little T-bolts, you're done. Because that's in the frame, bro and ladies. That's in the frame. You want to be nice to those threads. They're in the frame. So you want to make sure that this little T-bolt you're putting in has grease on it, because that's welded to the frame. And if you mess that inner part out, you're going thumb shifter. Yeah. Okay, that's really feeling good now. I'm really glad that I greased everything in there like I was supposed to. This one, not so much. I haven't been in this one yet. This one's nice. I can feel it. It's moving the cable like it should. And we'll get that extra grease off the frame. And that is nice. Okay, so now we're going to go down to that piece I was talking about, which is right here. Left it on the computer. And we're going to blow through it and make sure there's not dust. We're good. And now's the time to clean that up a little bit. All right, so I would use the gray cable that I have. I have like tons of it. I have a metric ton of this gray cable. I would use this, but it does not fit through. Only the Schwinn, the original Schwinn stuff fits through those lugged on, those brazed on. They're not brazed, they're electroforge welded. Only the thin Schwinn stuff fits those. And if you can find that, that's great. But only the stuff with the ribs. It's this, well, it's hard to really show you. Yeah, it's this stuff. And only this stuff fits in those holders for the frame. I hate to use it. This is not that great, but we're going to put it in there and we're going to hope for the best because it fits. It fits in the holders. And to do that, let's see where the grease needs to be. The grease needs to be right here. So let's put some grease on there. Get extremely happy. It's getting kind of late out here. Okay, we got some grease on there. We're good. And we're going to slide it on. This cable's way too long, by the way. Way too long. Okay, so we know that it needs to be greased right here. So we're going to slide that around, put some grease on the backside, slide that around, make sure, you're going to be riding this thing. Your life is going to depend on that. Okay. All right. Let's see here. That's good. We're going to put this in now. I wish I could get you close on this, but you can get that other gray stuff to work, and I'll tell you how to do it in just a minute. Remind me, okay? I'll show you how to get it to work. It's kind of rough, though, and you end up damaging the sheath a little bit. Okay, we got it through. Look at that. Look at that. And there's the greasy part that we just greased right there. And we already have grease in that, so that's good. We know this is good. All right, you guys here? Okay. And that other one I used, the other gray piece I took off that was already on here, I'm going to reuse that because there's nothing wrong with that. This was a nice gray piece. I mean, I don't see why not using that. It's already kind of pre-formed. We'll put some grease on that. Yeah, I don't see why cut another piece as long as there's not some sharp edges, which there's not. Somebody was using the pirate map technique. That's good. Okay, and this, oh yeah, that needs, that needs some stuff. We're going to make that right. That is not right. Yeah, that is dry. We'll make that right. Okay, that's good. I'm getting it. Now this you should cringe down all the way. The cable will stretch, so run that down most of the way. That's just my knowledge. You can take it whether you believe me or not, but run it down all the way. Don't leave anything for chance on that. And this goes through. And I'll show you guys in a minute how to make other cables housings work. If you insist on not using the original Schwinn stuff, I can show you. Just give me a second. I'll run this through. It's not being very nice. Oh, no, it's not being nice. I have to spread that some more. Yeah, you don't want to fight this stuff. It should just run through nice and easy, and it's not right now. So something's wrong. Did that go through? Oh, okay. Whew. Wow. It went through. Okay, let's get the 9mm and let's pull this with the pair of pliers and make sure this is all the way up. And then we'll have a shifter. And then we'll definitely trim that off. That's for a real bike. That's up. That's tight. And let's crunch this down. And I'm using a 9mm here. Most Schwinn sprint derailleurs and 10-speed derailleurs that are original They're the original factory weirdness that doesn't barely work. They are 9mm pinch bolts. Okay, let's cut that off. I don't have a protector right now. We're just going to have to go with what we have. And here is the extra piece of cable that you have to throw away because you bought it at Walmart. Okay, so we're done with the grease. And let's run it through and see if this is going to work. Because, you know, after you've done the cable, you need to make sure it's going to happen. Okay, generator off. Cable looks good. All right, we ready? Okay, ready. Oh, yeah, much better. Much better. Oh, yeah. We can't adjust this. I don't have the top derailleur cable on this, and it's rubbing a little bit. I can't adjust this. Normally, I would adjust this out a little so it wouldn't rub on the chain, but I don't have the top derailleur cable in. But so we'll just go over here. Oh, yeah, there's no problem with that. And we have brakes now. We don't have a decent back rim. It's pretty wumpy. The whole issue with that other cable was it wasn't shifting very well because something happened to it. This was the old cable that was in there. And right where it comes out of the ferrule, right where it comes out of the little frame holder, was I don't know if you can see that, but it was a big dent. Yeah, you can probably see it's right there. It's hard to, it was kind of, it was this big dent in the cable. And that was preventing it from doing cable things and going in and out. So although this cable looks pretty new, and I might be able to reuse it, and I probably will reuse it on the top derailleur, because like I said earlier, I'm not going to Walmart and spending $12 for a cable set when I can reuse this one, as long as the kinky part is not doing kinky stuff. And I think it will be okay because it's only going to this one piece here. Then it loops up and goes to the derailleur up here. And I think that little crunch in the cable will be okay. If not, I'll go to Walmart and spend the 12 bucks. All right, so from further examination, we know that I have not repacked these cranks. I have not repacked these forks. I have done zero wheel work on this. I just checked the other videos. This has to be done. I'm not going to ride this bike where I need to bring it without repacking the cranks and both wheels. And probably the forks too. Although, I don't know, the forks seem pretty good, but who knows? Yeah, these cranks are never been repacked since '64. This back wheel has a big chunk on it, and it's affecting your generator, which, you know, we really need that generator to work. Yeah, we're doing okay. We have brakes. We have a shifter. We're doing good. There is some other issues and some other things that need to be done, but we will do them. Let's read some comments and see what's happening. I know there's some new people, some new subscribers that are just dying to be paid subscribers because, you know, I make like 15 cents a video. Okay, where were we? We were up in Uruguay. Yeah, we are running prime time. Hey, we're the cool kids. Yeah, man. You know, you just got to do what you love. Like Macho Man used to say. When you're proud of something, say it loud and say it proud. Anyway, okay, Lucas Gomez. I have vintage bike too. It's beautiful, and people look at my bike. It's the Peugeot Blue. Oh man, Peugeot. Is that the unisex? Is that the double frame thing that goes down, man? That I forget what they call that. It's not the flexi. There's a word for it. Is that the Peugeot with the double bar that goes down for man or woman? Man, those are nice. Those things handle so well. Okay, let's see. I watched your videos to fix my bike too. Oh, right on, Lucas. Man, I'm glad I'm helping somebody. It doesn't have to be a Schwinn. It could be any vintage bike. In fact, if you're really into it, I've converted some mountain bikes into vintage stuff. Yeah, I do all kinds of stuff. Custom coupe got two green varsities with the twin mounted shifters on the stem. Oh, twin stick. Yeah, 68 and above. Late 60s, early 70s models. Haven't gotten those out in years. These videos on this blue one got me thinking it's time to get one out. Yeah, man, get them out. Make sure things aren't dry rotted. Spend a few bucks. What's cables and a couple tubes or a tire? These things are like, they're tanks. They need to be ridden. Lucas Gomez, in my opinion, all models in blue or red is the top of beauty. Models take Italian for road, for tour of France, and yellow take my heart too. Yeah, I've got two Italian bikes, and I've been not wanting to get them up onto the channel, but one is a what is one? One is a Bianchi, and the other one is a vintage. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. It'll come to me. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I like the vintage stuff. Uh Schwinn ADHD. Yeah, man. Have you seen over here? Have you seen what's going on over here? Okay, so let's get this one off the stand. This is about as far as I can go tonight. I need to figure out this back wheel. I think I've got a 5-speed back wheel up in the rack up there. It's for a 5-speed Suburban, and it's straight but rusty. And I think what I'm going to do is the next maybe not the live feed, but I'll change the 10-speed stuff over to it because there's absolutely nothing different from a 27-inch 5-speed Suburban wheel to a varsity wheel. It's the same wheel. It's just the bigger cluster. Maybe I can bring it down here and show you guys. Yeah, let's get it down. Yeah. Okay. Easier said than done. Boy, we got some stuff packed up in here, Sonny. Yeah, metal shop, wood shop, bike shop, engine shop. We don't care. Anyway, this is a Suburban 5-speed wheel. You can tell it is by the way it is. Anyway, it has the 5-speed, since you only had one gear in the front. Schwinn gave you a bigger one. I don't know what the tooth count is. And they gave you this bigger ring too. But the actual rim is the same as a 10-speed rim. It's still 27 by 1.25 inches. So what we're going to do is, once we clean this all up and repack it and make sure it's okay, which it probably is, we'll take this 10-speed cluster off, which is still good, and this 10-speed protector, and it'll fit right on this. This will just not be a Suburban 5-speed back wheel anymore. Now, I've looked at the overall condition of the rim. It's rusty. The tire is terrible. But the rim itself, that's the tire being unseated. The rim itself is rusty but straight. And I felt along here, and I don't feel any large blips, except the tire is not seated. But I think I can get the rust off of this. I don't feel any blips in this, and I think I can get the rust off of that. Switch this 10 speed over to that and make it right again to where the generator's not going to be popping around like some butterfly in the wind kind of thing. The generator is not happy with this bent rim. And not that I'm really going to use the generator, but we have standards here. Okay. So what do we got here? Custom tube. It's my jam. Her bag. Mixty. That's it. That's the name of that frame. I knew somebody would come up with it. I couldn't remember the name of the Peugeot frame. And a lot of companies made it, actually. It wasn't just Peugeot. They copied it because the copyright laws are different in Europe, and people could kind of get away with it. In fact, I've seen Western Flyers with that Mixty frame. I've seen Sears and Roebuck. I've seen some vintage stuff where they just straight copied that Mixty frame from Peugeot. Peugeot was the first one. Yeah, if that is, let's see. I think Lucas Gomez said he had the Mixty. Let's see. Peugeot. Yeah, it was Lucas. Yeah. Is your Peugeot a Mixty? Because man, those are nice frames, man. They handle good. You can do stunts on those, and yeah. Oh, who do you recommend on a bike stand to work on a bike? I always have to lay an old shop rug down and flip the bike on its bars and seat. Yeah, man, it's hard on 3 speeds. This isn't a 3 speed, but that's hard on 3 speed bikes. That really messes up the shifter. And if you have any bells or anything, and then the seat gets all jacked up. I got this park stand. I'm not going to promo park because, well, I am going to promo park. What's going on here? Wow. Oh, what happened? Anyway, Park makes a stand. This is a really old park stand. Let me show you the park stand that a buddy of mine turned me on to. It's cheap. You could get it for a few bucks. When you have a lot of bikes and you have so many bikes that you have to have two stands. Anyway, yeah, this one's a bit dusty. A buddy of mine turned me on to this, but you could probably get one online, or it's a Park Tool PCS-10. Now, this one I can't really show you. There's not enough room. Anyway, it folds out. Like, these things pop out. They pop out with little notches. You take this and it clips off of this bottom part. And then you push this thing in like a little tent thing, and it pops in. And then you do that. Well, I guess I could show you over here. I mean, it's not going to be the end of the world. Let's go over here. And then once you got those out, then you undo this, and it goes down. It's a little goofy, I mean, it's okay. You just got to got to get used to it. It's got this weird, I've seen these on Craigslist and Facebook for like $50. Usually this bottom plastic piece that holds everything, I'll show it to you. It's this little plastic piece. You can totally buy this from Park, actually. The ones I've seen online, this is always broken, and that's kind of why they're selling them, because it doesn't fold anymore. But who cares? This is like a $5 piece from Park. Just buy this piece and just buy the cheap stand and get this, and then you can fold it and throw it in your on the corner there, you can stow it. And this one was a good deal from a friend of mine, so I couldn't resist it because sometimes this stand is packed up with stuff, and then I need to do a quick job, or I need to fix something really quickly for somebody or for me, and there's some intricate project on this big stand on rollers, and I don't know, it just makes sense that I could have a secondary stand. Anyway, it's usually this thing that breaks, and that's why people get rid of them. So if you're willing to deal with that, or just not even worry about that, that's one thing. I can see why they break. Anyway, so that's a good stand. It's a Park PCS10, and like I say, Park didn't want to sponsor me. So why am I promoting them? Well, they have good tools. So anyway, let's get this off of here. What's going on here? I got this thing in the way. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Don't flip the bike on its handlebars. You can if it's a cruiser without like a bell and 3-speed shifter. Okay, there's 14 people still watching. Wow. What am I gonna do here? I better like end the feed. Anyway, this is how you fold the park stand up. This is how you fold a PCS 10 up. So first thing, you make this happen. You slide that up, right? And then you cinch that off. And then you press the button here. That goes down. And that pops into the plastic clip that always breaks. There. And this one goes down. And that goes into the plastic clip that always breaks. And then you blow the dust off of it. And then you can actually just shove that down even closer and clip that off. And then you can do that in, and then you can just kind of throw it in the corner and wait until you need it. So this is a good stand. I would recommend this. Although Park Tool did not sponsor me. They said that I was not a big timer and that I was not a team rider. Little did they know that I got it going on. Okay, folks, I think we're pretty good tonight. Man, we've been on here 2 hours. How long have we been on here? We've been on here a long time. Thanks for tuning in. And this was just a kind of an experiment to see if people would actually just pop on. Like, if I had the subscribers to do something like this, I was kind of questionable whether it was even going to work. Like, I remember one time when I first started out, I did a quick live feed about truing a wheel or something, and there was like 3 people on. So this is exciting that I can come out here and work on some bikes. Okay, wow, we got people here. What's going on? Okay. Custom coupe. Right now, I've been going through my Typhoon. Next, I want to go through my childhood Hurricane 5, yet don't want to have to flip it and work on it like that. Yeah, go get a stand, man. Go get a PCS 10, or just get something, even a cheapie. Actually, I had this, it's hilarious, but I had this, it was a stand that would hold your bike for exercising. And I forget how it actually clamped. It clamped to the bottom bracket area, but you could ride your bike in it, and it was a stupid little stand for riding your bike in the winter, like exercise. You could use your bike on the stand, and I bought it from Habitat for like $20, and that was my first bike stand. It clamped underneath. It's hard to explain. I got rid of it, but it it clamped under here, and held the back tire. And that was actually my first bike stand like 40 years ago. It's just something to get the bike back wheel off the ground. And it was really weird. It was a really funky stand, but if you see something like that, you, it's something better than paying $100 for a bike stand. Okay, what do we got here? Thanks for the demo and info. Yeah, I'm trying to help out. Lucas, it's a men's road bike with a straight frame, not a fixie, not a mixie. I know of the unisex model for women. No, they're for men too, dude. The mixie's for men. The mixie is not just for women. It's a really good frame, but they're not very common in Uruguay. Yeah, dude, I can imagine. In Uruguay, you're probably stuck with whatever you find, man. Good for you for finding something good. Custom coupe. I have that stand. Oh my God, you've got that stand that holds it off the ground. You can modify that exerciseable stand to. You can modify that. I think if you make it so it doesn't pedal the back wheel, you can actually work on the bike. I had one for Stingrays, and I had it for a long time. I put the Stingray on there and work on the Stingray I had it up on a business office desk actually, and I'd working on Stingrays in my living room. I know it's a problem. Yeah, it happens. Christopher, until the next time, take care. Hey man, good to see you too. And Herbag, good videography would be to end on a cliffhanger like the Huffy. Yeah, I know, man. Yes, then it had a tension bar with a little wheel on it, so it was a exercise bike at that point. Yeah, that was a weird little stand. Mine was like a galvanized metal with the tension bar. And I used that stupid little stand for like 15 years working on Stingrays. It worked on small bikes really good. Yeah, cliffhanger. All right, we'll get the cliffhanger. You know what? That's what we do. Let's pop this one down. I'll show you a cliffhanger, buddy. Yeah, I'll show you. Oh my God. The heaviest lightweight known to mankind. You want a cliffhanger? I got your cliffhanger for you, buddy. Oh, yeah. This one's not a cliffhanger. This is the real deal. You guys don't even get to see this one. That's not a cliffhanger. I'll show you the real cliffhanger right now. Yeah, something about hair bag. He likes this puppy. And eventually we'll finish this. It's got truss rods. It's got cantilever brakes. It's very dusty. And it's got 5 speeds. I mean, all this really needs is a seat and grips and pedals right now. But I've been lagging heavily. Been lagging really bad on this. Let's see if we can get it on here. Oh my God, Tuffy! Oh. Woo. Whew, wow. Okay. Bask in the glory. A welded on 5-speed shifter. A brake cable that goes through the cantilever bar to the brakes. That's a cliffhanger for you. Am I ever going to ride this? Apparently I will. It's a good bike. I've kind of went through it a little bit. The 5-speed shifter welded on the frame does work. Yeah, we got action there. It's dusty. Now, granted, these brakes, which do work, go through, this cable goes through the cantilever frame to here and then pops out to the brake in the back. Just me being weird, you know. And who else is going to have a cantilever frame Huffy with truss rods? Who else is going to come up with that? If you find me somebody that's made a 5-speed Huffy good vibrations with truss rods, I will subscribe to their channel and I'll give you $50. All right, it's getting pretty late out here. I've done very well. Look at the mess I have to clean up. Oh my God. For impromptu, you know, I all this has to be, I have to make wood float frames here tomorrow. This all has to be dealt with. Let's read some more comments and then we'll get busy here. Let's see who's going on here. Let's see. Custom coupe. My stand is chrome. Oh, mine was Galvy. Huh. It was on my mother's old 1950s bike she used to exercise on. Pretty rad to see an old bike with a tank and rocket headlight on the fender. That's an exercise bike. Pee-wee's workout. I bet you she stayed in shape on that sucker. Yeah, you know, they had those exercise stands. People don't realize that, but they had some of them even had like a cooling wheel on the back, would cool you before the Schwinn Exerdyne or whatever they called it. Yes, good vibrations. There you go. We're gonna end it on the good. We're gonna end it on the good one, man. Huffy, tighten it up and go. All right, folks, it's been really fun out here. And I suggest you become a paid member so I can keep the lights on in here. Because, you know, when the power company comes, oh, hey, good to talk to everybody. It's mainly Schwinns that I work on. I do dabble in kind of experimental stuff, but you know me, I like the Schwinns. And there's a Schwinn fleet is going to be next, probably in front of this whole Huffy conglomeration here. I got the Schwinn fleet from my buddy Fred, and we got a lot of paint removing to do. And I think I don't think I'm going to live feed much of that because I don't want to be talking and breathing chemicals. But when we get that ready to do up, I'll definitely do a live feed on that. It's going to be nice. I do need a tractor tire. Okay, folks. I do need a Schwinn tractor tire, 26 by 1 3/4 S7. Okay, this one is unusable. I have a usable back one. It fits S7. It's a Schwinn tractor tread. Let's see exactly what it's called. It's just called Schwinn tractor. And I do need one of these. Oh, let's see here. It's up there. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can kind of see it. Yeah, it's Schwinn tractor. It's 26 by 1 3/4 S7, not the 20-inch one. I need one. So you guys are going to come through. I know you are. Okay, I guess I'm going to call it. Man, this has been fun. This has been a lot of fun. Okay, see you later. And thanks for popping into the impromptu. I'm surprised we were up to like 17 or 18 people watching. That's pretty cool. And thank you for supporting the channel. And it's been fun. And I guess tomorrow I'll have to do a bunch of frames. Okay, later, dude. Later, folks. I wish I could do this all the time.